Today we're doing 4 exercises, so make sure you got your sandbag ready. Make sure it's heavy enough where it's a challenge, but light enough where you can actually do the reps. So let's get ready right now. So now we're doing sandbag deadlifts. What you're gonna do for this one is you're gonna grab the sandbag. What you're gonna do is you're gonna kneel down, you're gonna pick it up, and you're gonna come straight up. So let me explain a little bit further. So what you wanna do, as you're picking it up, you wanna make sure your back is straight. And you're bending from the knees. So make sure your back is not curving while you're picking it up. Make sure your arms are down straight as you're picking up, as you see me doing right here. Now what you might need to do is you might need to bunch up in the middle with the sandbag so you can get a good grip. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come up, and you're gonna come straight up, and then you're gonna come down. And like I said, bend from the knees, bending from the hips, and keeping your back straight. All right. Now we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go for 1 minute. Now, sandbag, the reason why I like sandbags is because it's a full body exercise. It helps you to, it helps you get your muscles working in a different way that you probably didn't think about before. Full body movements. It imitates more what you're gonna be doing in real life. Because in real life, yeah, the gym is good, don't get me wrong. I still lift weights and all that stuff. But a sandbag imitates more, and you out, we're working, you picking up uneven weight and things like that. So we got 20 seconds left. So remember what I said, because we're about to get started again in 15 seconds. Make sure that you're bending from the hips. So make sure you bend from the hips and you bend from the knees. You don't want to curve your back. So when you see me bending down, everything is from the hips and knees. The back is not moving. It's staying straight. All right, let's go. Second set. Bam. You want to pick it up. Make sure you got a good grip. Come up straight. Come back down. Make sure you're bending from the knees. Make sure you're hinging from the hips. Keep your back straight. Keep your arms straight. So your arms should not be bending as you're picking up this sandbag. It's a deadlift. You're not trying to do anything but pick it up from the ground and then bring it back to the ground. So bam, we got 5 more. You got it. You got to take a little mini break. Take a little mini break like I just did. Well, we back at it. Bam. We got 3 more. Pick it up. Come back down. That's 8 reps. Take a little mini break if you need to. We got 2 more. Keep your arms straight. Knees bent. Man, we got 1 more. Everything straight, bend from the knees, and then drop it. So up next, we got sandbag rolls. So with sandbag rolls, we're gonna be doing the same thing that we did for the deadlift, but the key component is once you bend down, once you bend from your knees into that to the bottom position of the deadlift, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stay in that position. So you're gonna stay with your knees bent, your back straight, bending from the hip. So you're going to be leaning over, bending from the hip. You're going to embrace your core, make sure the core and everything is tight. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bend your arms up to your chest as high as you can go. Ideally, you want to be touching your chest, but if you're not there yet, come as high as you can go, and then you're going to let it back down. Keep your arms straight. Now, when you don't want it back down, you don't want to hit the ground. If you're hitting the ground, that's either one of 2 things. You're really short, or you're bending your back too much. Because other than those 2 reasons, you should not be able to touch the ground as you extending your arms back for the bottom position. But yeah, so you're gonna keep everything tight. For all these exercises, you're keeping your core tight, you're keeping your back tight. You want to make sure you just got a strong posture, so that way you can keep everything stable. You're trying to lift the bag up. You're trying to lift uneven weight up. For you, those who are curious, I'm lifting 150 pounds. So for these the next 2 exercises, this one and the one after this, we're going to be doing 2 sets of each exercise. So, just mentally prepare yourself for that one. So get ready. We got 22 seconds left. So here we go. Get your bag ready, get your sip of water, whatever you need to do, call your girlfriend, call your boyfriend, whatever you need to do, because you got 10 seconds before we start again. You you need a little bit more time, pause the video. But as for the rest of us, we got 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So that's 1, 2. So I'm doing exactly what I told you to do. So you're going to bend from the hips. Your knees going to be slightly bent. So you don't have to bend all the way down. But knees going to be slightly bent. And then what you want to do is you want to bring it all the way up to your chest, or as high as you could go. And then you want to bring it up. Man, we got one more. 10. Take a break. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Now, the reason why we doing it like this, the reason why we taking such long breaks, because usually I don't take this longer breaks when we're doing weights, is because sandbags is a little bit more involved than weights. I know, like I said, you working pretty much your whole body. Like it's not like weights where you're like, oh, I got to pick up a dumbbell. I could just curl it like that. Bam, bam, bam. Wait like 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, and then you'd be good to go for the next set. With these, like you lifting a heavy bag up, uneven weight. That's the key component that people don't understand. Is uneven weight. So as you're picking it up, not only do you have to use strength, but you also have to use body coordination to, make sure that you're getting it right. So what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to take a break, catch your breath, because I know this is tiring me out, so I know it's tiring y'all out. So, rest, get ready for the next set. Bam, bam, bam. So I was asking y'all, like, what y'all doing this for? Like, what y'all working out for? You know what I'm saying? You working out and you want to look sexy. You trying to get strength. Because for me, I got a sandbag originally because I wanted to get strong. Funny story. I used to work at the airport, and they had a dude at the airport that we used to, we got a bunch of dudes at the airport, guys in between flights. You just in the break room doing nothing. So it's like, hey man, let's go arm wrestle. I'm swole. I was a little bit swollen back then. It wasn't that long ago, but I was a little bit swollen back then. People are like, man, Jerry's got big arms. So I'm like, yeah, man, I got him. And the dude wants to arm wrestle, has some big arms. But like, so we arm wrestled, and man, we got 9 seconds left, by the way. And then he just kept beating me. So I'm like, nah, I need something to challenge me more so I could be stronger. All right, let's go. So 1, 2, make sure you're keeping your back straight. Don't bend your back. Make sure you tighten your core, which means tighten your abs. Bend down. Bend your knees slightly. Your knees don't have to be bent too much. Bring it up to your chest. Man, you gotta take a little mini break. Because it's also working your heart. We got 2 more. Bam, we got 1 more. Bring it up. There we go. So we're going to take a 2-minute, 18-second break for this one. Up next, we got sandbag squats. So sandbag squats, you really think it wouldn't do anything, like, especially because you think, oh yeah, I'll be squatting heavier than that in the gym. It's different because unlike a barbell where you can put all the weight on your back, you actually have to grab the sandbag. I'm gonna show you what to do, but you have to grab the sandbag and you have to bring it to your body. You have to squeeze it as you're coming down, as you're squatting, and then you have to come up. So not only are you tightening your core, you're working your arms, and you're working more muscles just to keep the weight stable. Now you also got to squat down, which is another layer to this exercise. So I'm just letting you know that so you can mentally prepare yourselves. But yeah, we got a minute, 20 seconds. But yeah, like the story was saying, like, so dude, I mean, the dude was like bigger than me. Like, he looked fat, but like that was solid muscle under that fat. And yeah, like we were arm wrestling, and then dude, I was trying to, beat him, and then he just kept winning, like with very little effort. And then dudes start clowning, man, you got them big arms and you still getting beat. So I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I don't know if it's these weights or what. So I decided to get a sandbag, and it's helped. I mean, the first time I did a sandbag, my joints were aching because I wasn't used to carrying weight like that. But now, even though it's still a challenge, now I can do it while my joints aching. So like when you stay consistent with exercise, when you can stay consistent with the stuff, it yields dividends. We got 20 seconds left. So, grab you some water, rest, because we got 10 seconds left. And now we're going to start with the sandbag squats. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring it up. You're going to bend down. You're going to squat down. And then you want to bring it on top of your legs. And then what you want to do is you want to position the sandbag so you can squeeze it, like you see me doing here. And then you're going to keep it in front of you. And you're going to squat down to at least a 90-degree angle, at least parallel to the ground, like you see me doing here. If you could go lower, go lower. Bam. That's 5. You're going to come down. That's 6. Make sure you're squeezing it. I know it's hard. 7. 8. Like I said, make sure you're going at least a 90-degree angle. Come on, we got one more. Come on now, drop it. So now we're going to rest. Got 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Take a seat, take a break. But yeah, so now y'all experience the sandbag squat. So, like I said, with the sandbag squat is a little bit more involved than a traditional barbell squat, or even with some dumbbells. Matter of fact, if you ever did a dumbbell squat, then you would know that it's similar. Because with a dumbbell, like you can't put a dumbbell on the back like you can with a barbell. So you can put them when you got the dumbbell in front of you. You notice pretty immediately that is a different experience, because now you gotta gauge your core to keep yourself from falling forward, and then you gotta squat down. But yeah, I like the sandbag squat. But yeah, so like the sandbag I'm using, like I said, is 150 pounds. I could, get a smaller sandbag and, make it easier on myself. But for me personally, I'm not saying y'all got to do this or y'all should do this. I have more experience with exercising than most other people. But the reason why I do a 150 pound sandbag is because with the 150 pound sandbag, I want something to build up to. I want like a objective to reach. So that's why I got 150 pounds. And then it's been helping out. I've been able to lift it more. I've been able to get more out of it. And it's just, my philosophy is like your body is going to either adapt or die. So like I got the sandbag at 150 pounds. It was hard at first, harder at first, but now my body's adapting slowly but surely. So now I'm just trying to teach y'all how to use y'all sandbags, because I assume if you're watching this video, you got a sandbag. I mean, unless you just like watching me work out. And, I ain't judging you. I watch me work out too. But yeah, I'm just teach people how to use the sandbags, because a lot of people they get sandbags and all that stuff. And we got 15 seconds by the way. But they get sandbags, they don't know how to use them, because most exercise videos is only about weights, maybe body weight, but like other methods they don't really show. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're on our second set. We're gonna do 10 reps. So same thing, squeeze the sandbag close to your body, and you're gonna squat down. You're gonna squat down, make sure you're not tipping forward. Make sure you're keeping the weight on your heels. Come down to at least parallel. If you come down lower, like I said, come down lower. But we got 4 more. We got 3. 2 more to go. I'm sorry, 1 more to go. My bad. It was 8. Now the reason why I cut it down to 8 instead of 10 is because with some exercises, like the first set will gas out a little bit too much, that you can't reasonably do 10 while sacrificing too much for them. And then let me speak on that for a second, because a lot of people think like, or if it's not, if you're doing the exercise, whether it's with sandbags or whether it's with whatever exercise, they think if at any point you're not doing 100% perfect form, which there's always some kind of variation, there's always some kind of spectrum. Like it's never, like it's not really, you gotta do exactly like this or else you fail. But a lot of people think, well, if it's not 100% perfect form in the whole exercise, then you're not gonna get the gains. No, like when you're on the last 1 or 2 exercise reps of an exercise, and you need that last little push, you could cheat a little bit with your form. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna do anything. That just means that you're working out properly. Now, what people usually do is that you usually get too heavy of a weight, and for the whole exercise, they start swinging or they start using a whole bunch of other muscles excessively that don't need to be used as much as they're being used. And what happens is you end up not focusing on the muscle you need to focus on. Because one thing about exercise is when people say you are isolating the muscles, it's very rare that you just get 100% completely isolating the muscle. I mean, your whole body pretty much is always working together. Like even when you pick something up, like you have to use other muscles to be able to like, pick something up. If you just had your arms, then you either wouldn't be able to pick nothing up, or you wouldn't be able to pick up as nearly as much as you do right now. But the whole point of exercise is you move in a certain way where you're focusing on a certain muscle. So if you're not paying attention to your form, if you're not keeping track of your form, then it's going to be pretty much worthless, or you're going to be pretty much wasting your time. Because the whole point is like we're not just picking this up to bring the A to B. We're not at work or something, something where you're just trying to get the job done. We're trying to get some adaptations on our body. We got 20 seconds, by the way. We're trying to get some adaptations on our body so that way we could, get stronger, get more muscles, So that's why we're doing this. But we got 10 seconds left. So we're doing short sandbag shouldering. So with sandbag shouldering, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the sandbag on the shoulders. Let me explain to y'all how to do that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kneel down, make sure your back is straight, and then you're gonna do it like you did for the sandbag squat. You're gonna put it on your knees. And then what you're gonna do is you might want, depending on the sandbag, you might want to try to flip it over. But if not, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it up to the middle of your body, put it on your chest, and then you're gonna, from the bottom of the sandbag, you're gonna push it up, and then you're gonna push it on top of your shoulder, like how you see me get out of here. And then once it's on top of your shoulder, you're gonna keep it there for like half a second, or like 2 to 3 seconds. And then the same thing on the other side. You're gonna put it in the middle of your body. You're gonna push it up, and then you're gonna put it on the other shoulder. So now we're gonna take a break. Well, we done really. So we only did one set for that one because we were really gassed out from the rest of the exercise. But if you made it this far, y'all did good. Just take a little break, take a little rest, and then we done. As you can see right here, I'm tired, y'all. And the worst part about this is y'all don't see this because I cut this part out. But the worst part about this is I gotta take the sandbag, I gotta bring it back upstairs to my apartment. So I got to walk up. Well, thankfully, 1 flight of stairs. But I'll be dead if I had to do 2 flights of stairs. But for me, that's part of the exercise. But we done. Congratulate yourselves. Go get your water. Go eat something healthy, a healthy snack. I don't want to see y'all getting no cookies or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Defeat the whole purpose of working out and getting your body right. But yeah, we done. So, go take your little break, rest, get ready for work, take a shower, relax after work, whatever time you're doing this at, and we done. Proud of y'all. Keep up the good work. More routines to come.